Hello everybody, welcome back to 366 Days of Hope. My name is Pearl. I'm here to share our next topic, creating a workout regimen schedule. So a lot of times I get this from people who are like, oh, well, how do I create a workout program? Well, basically you have to think about what your goals are. You have to think about how frequent you want to be able to exercise. You need to think what equipment you have available to you. And you have to consider what areas you really want to strengthen or maybe focus on. So for example, if say I'm trying to, work on my biceps, right? So clearly I'm going to do some exercises to get bigger. So you might, clearly you don't want to just do that because it'd be really awkward if you have big arms and then you've got small legs or you don't have anything else that you've worked on. So you want to obviously make yourself proportionate, which is an important thing because you want to make sure that you have an equal distribution of muscle mass everywhere. You just don't want muscle in like one area. It would look very odd. So you have to think about those kind of things when considering creating a workout schedule for yourself. So say you want to, if you're a runner, then maybe you want to taper off like how many times you're running a week. So if you're a beginner, maybe start off with 4 days a week where you're running, and you want to make sure that one of those days is going to be a really long run. Maybe your first 3 days are going to be progressive. So say one day is a 1 miler. The second day is going to be a 3 miler. The third day is going to be a 5 miler, and maybe the last day is a 10 miler. Maybe you want to also slowly progress to that. Maybe you want the first week to just be all 1 miles. And once you get really used to doing 1 miles, then you progress into say, after 2 weeks of doing that, once you feel like you've gotten, comfortable with doing a mile for the first 4 days, and maybe you do 3 miles on your fourth day instead, or 2 miles on your fourth day, and then you just do that for say 2 weeks at a time, especially if you've never ran before. Do a progressive load in that sense, like so every single week you're progressing the challenge for your body, and once it gets easy, then you increase the difficulty, and then you chart this. The most important thing that most people don't do is they don't chart their workout, so they don't know what they've done and they don't have record of like how they have been progressing. So sometimes that can feel very discouraging for people when they don't see progress, because hate to say it, but we're a very results-driven society, and so we want to see those results. The best thing to do is to track your workout, see how many reps you're doing of say a certain exercise, and then you progress it from there. Having a journalized workout program really helps you be able to stay on track, but also allows you to identify areas that you're weak in and where you need to strengthen. So this is a really good way of doing it. I personally do 15 reps per exercise generally, and I do between 1 to 2 sets, and the reason for that is because of the fact that it helps the muscles build up a bit faster, especially if your whole goal is to strengthen. But it's really up to you. I could definitely give an example of like how I've progressed many of my clients, but I've already shared it with you kind of like how I would do it if I was a runner. So hopefully that kind of gives you an idea. But if say you are looking to work on flexibility, maybe focus on like say if you wanted to learn how to do the splits, right? So maybe start off with like 30 seconds hold on a stretch, and then as time progresses, you just lengthen the time until your body gets comfortable or it's too easy, and you just keep progressing. And obviously there are multiple different stretches that you'll need to do to be able to get that stretch, because we're working hips, stretching out hamstrings, things like that. So clearly it's a little bit on your research, but this is why personal trainers are definitely people that you hire, because then they create the programs, because we know what your goals are. We know how to get you there. So if you're definitely looking for a personal trainer to help you get there, you're welcome to reach out to me. I can put my information below and give you some tips. Or if you're just wanting, advice or whatnot, feel free to DM me. You can check me out on my Instagram at Let's Veg About It, or you can email me. It's still letsvegabout@gmail.com. So feel free to reach out. Well, with that said, guys, may you live, thrive, and be healthy. Take care.